Hey guys, feels so good to be back to see you all. I am here to shoot my second segment of how to do makeup with your mask part 2. So in my last video that I posted about how to do a makeup with your mask, I shot it in the dead of the hottest New York City summer that felt like ever. And it was in the heat of everybody talking about maskne and their skin breaking out. And I basically gave some guidelines and rules of engagement for doing makeup with your mask. And it's all about protecting your skin and the integrity of your mask. And those are still rules you should be following. But now it is fall, the seasons are turning, and more importantly, in New York City, indoor dining is about to open up again. So people are really excited about going out. In other parts of our state, Long Island and upstate New York, indoor dining has been a thing, but people still haven't really gone out to restaurants to eat yet. So this video is actually inspired by, I went out to dinner, and in September, it was my first time in a restaurant in 6 months. So a few weeks ago, the beginning of September, I went out and I did my makeup accordingly to my first video. I did my eyes all up, I had a little concealer, and I didn't put makeup from here down. And I saw a picture of myself and I was like, wow, I'm really dressed up, but my face looks unfinished, which I knew that it would, because we put foundation on and we even out our skin, and it's all about the balance of light and dark. That's what contouring is. We manipulate light, our features with makeup. So my face wasn't balanced in the photo. I just didn't think that I looked as polished as I should, which I knew would happen. So I took a trip to upstate New York, to Saratoga, and I went out to dinner there. And I said, you know what? I am going to do my makeup tonight, my full face, not the way I usually do it pre-COVID, but I'm going to wear my foundation, I'm going to wear bronzer, and I'm going to use more makeup. The weather's a little bit cooler, and I'm going to do it just for tonight. So I am going to hopefully provide you guys with great information that you could use to do your makeup with your mask if you're going out to dinner for a special occasion and you want to look good in your photographs, because that's really what it's all about, right? If it's not on social media, it didn't happen. So here's the rules of engagement for how to do your makeup when you're going out with the mask part 2. So first and foremost, if you have not worn makeup in 6 months, the worst thing that you could do is put on your old mascara and eyeliner after it's been sitting idle for 6 months. Eye products are notorious for growing bacteria. There is a reason why companies tell you to replace them every 3 months. If you're using eyeliner and mascara consistently, you should run out of them in 3 to 4 months. But if they've been sitting and this is the first time you're putting it on, do not put those on. You can get a sty, you can get an eye infection, throw them out and replace them. I don't want to hear, oh, I just bought it before. Get rid of it. If it has been opened and used on your eye, get rid of it. So keep that in mind. So that's the first very important piece of information I can give you if this is your first time going out and really wearing makeup. The rules still apply. Makeup from here up is fair game. Do your eyes, do your brows, wear lashes. I'm going to attach a picture of how I did my makeup that night when I went out in Saratoga, so you could see how really just glamorous it looked, because it's completely different from what's happening now in my everyday, because it was a special occasion. So you want to do 3 shadows, glitter, stack your lashes, brows, go for it. So from here down. So how should you do your face overall? You want to wash your face. You want to do a nice layer of moisturizer, something that is refreshing on the skin and is not too greasy. That still applies. You're still going to be wearing a mask over your product. And keep in mind that there will be transfer. In the first video, we talk about how to mitigate transfer. Because you're wearing a full face, you're going to have transfer on your mask. But again, it's for a special occasion. So from there, after you moisturize, you want to prime. The primer that I am suggesting, I have featured this in a million videos. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Primer. This primer is known for its long wearability with makeup, and it's basically the way to stick it to your face and it doesn't come off. And I have talked about this a million times. This is my July bride primer. When I have a bride who's getting married on Long Island in July or New York City, and she's like, I need to have my face, I want it this way, I want to look glamorous, this is what I use to hold her makeup down, because it works. It keeps it on the skin and is made for every single type of skin type, including sensitive skin. So once it's on, and it helps the makeup not move. So from there, you would want to do your foundation. So dewy is not happening now. The last thing you would want to do is do a J-Lo style dewy complexion and then stick a surgical mask over it or a cloth mask, because it is going to wipe off. And the idea of putting a mask over a wet look on the face actually kind of makes me cringe. So you want your skin to either be satin or matte, and that is what it wants to do. I go satin matte all the time. It's just what I like, but you do not want to do a foundation that's heavy with oil and not use powder. Powder doesn't also mean dry. I know there's a lot of people that have, I don't do powder, I'm dry. That's a myth. It is not a fine quality powder if you're starting to look dry. So your foundation that you would want to use, I'm going to recommend By Terry Densillis foundation. This foundation is known because it has collagen in it. It's a satin finish. It goes full to medium coverage, medium to full rather coverage. It has an amazing shade range and it shuts the pore. All of our products are really there to refine the skin, and you can build this foundation. So if you want to do a medium coverage under the mask and you're comfortable with that, fine. But there's some people that have to do full coverage. That's what they do. This goes to that, and you can build it, and it looks beautiful on all skin types, and it's the correct finish. It is a satin finish. We do not want to do dewy skin. Next, you want to set it with a powder. I'm going to recommend my personal favorite, the Hyaluronic Hydra powder from By Terry. A nice dusting of the powder to set that foundation and stop it from moving. It is actually the partner to this primer. So they're made together, and this, like I've talked about it in a million videos, shuts the pores, keeps the makeup down, and it does not make you look dry. It is there's minimal ingredients in this. This is a fine quality, fine ground powder. It should feel like you have nothing on your skin when you put it on, and it's excellent if you have dry skin. After that, you can go about your business. Now you can put on your concealer, that's all before your powder. That's just an obvious to me. You put your concealer on, you can set it with this powder under your eyes. So wet with wet, dry with dry. So after your foundation, you can do your concealer and then set everything with your hyaluronic powder. From there, something I would not do is highlighter personally. There's some people that are gonna object to me and say, oh my God, how could you not do your highlighter? For me, if you put a really heavy amount of highlighter on your face and your cheeks, when you take your mask off, you're gonna see demarcation in it, because that's just what highlighter does. Even if it's a powder, you'll see it, you'll get holes in it from putting the mask on and off. So I don't want to see that on my skin when I'm out, and I definitely don't want to see it in a picture. So I actually went in with bronzer. Bronzer, traditionally, you can do a little shimmer if you want for a little lift on the skin, or you can keep it matte. That doesn't really matter. Bronzer, traditionally, you want to do in the shape of a 3 on your skin. You want to hit all the high points of your face. This is not like the college years of you just putting it all over your face. No, the shape of a 3. That really helps sculpt the face. It is where, if you laid out in the sun where you would normally get a tan, is where you would put the bronzer. I actually took it extra and did it over my nose and across my cheeks, and I sweeped it across to give me more color, because I did not wear a highlighter, and I chose to forego blush, because this is just another area that is going to rub off on my mask, and I don't want to take the chance of it rubbing off and me not liking what I look like. So, or seeing it in a picture and thinking like, oh, my blush is patchy. Then from there, lips. So what did I do for my lips? Matte lips, okay? Your lips are going to transfer regardless, but you want to do a matte lip because you don't want it to come off on your mask, because you can actually feel it coming off on your mask. So a good quality matte lip liner. So By Terry, let me go grab it. We make a great matte lip liner. You can color the lip in. It comes with a sharpener, just like our amazing eyeliners, and it's completely waterproof. Some people just wear this as a lipstick and they put a little balm over it. Then I would do a matte lipstick. So what I did when I went out was liner, a matte lip. You want to do a matte lip that's high quality. Ours are high quality, of course. That's what we do. We're a high quality brand. Premium pigments, and they do not dry your lips out. I can guarantee you, if you buy these that are an easy price point, $32.50, and they don't, or $34 in there somewhere, $32, $34 in there somewhere, and they don't come off. That's pretty much it. It's once they're on, and they do not dry you out. You don't crack, your lips don't feel like razor blades. And then what I did was I dabbed a little bit of lipstick in the center of my lip to give it a little lift, because gloss is not something that you want to do right now. you don't want it coming off on the mask, and then it's the reapply. And you're not really in a situation where you can run and go to the bathroom. Sure, you could reapply at your table, but this is a different situation that we're working with. And last but not least, when you go home at the end of the night, double cleanse. You want to make sure you have a nice cleanser, and you want to wash your face 2 times. You want to get any type of residue of the makeup that was off on your skin so you do not break out. That is major. Do not fall. You should never be falling asleep with your makeup on, but you also shouldn't be falling asleep with it on when you're putting a mask on and off on your face. That is a combination to break out, and then you can go right into your heavier nighttime moisturizing routine. So that is how to do your makeup and your skincare with your mask part 2. I'm excited for everybody to go out, take your pictures, have some cocktails, and stack your lashes and do your skin. And I'm excited for you guys to go out and have a great night. And I hope these tips help you on your adventures of going out in the fall in New York City, or if you have somewhere even formal to go, like a wedding. These things are happening still during COVID, and you want to look your best even though the circumstances are interesting right now. That'll say the least. So have a great day, enjoy, and we'll talk soon.